One of our new reading goals is that readers build a reading life at home. Earlier this week, you reflected and planned and used this strategy to set some goals for yourself and thought about the kind of reader you want to be. Today's strategy I want you to practice is one of my favorites that I talk about all the time, but I want us to practice it at home just like we practiced it at school. And this strategy is one of our favorites. It's keep your eyes and mind in the book. You've been working really hard at home to develop a reading life and have good reading habits at home. And we know that in order for our reading stamina to continue growing, we have to make sure we are staying engaged with our books that we're reading. And one of the strategies we can use to stay engaged is keep your eyes and mind in the book. When we use this strategy, we first notice when we start to lose focus. When we notice ourselves losing focus, we back up and reread. If this keeps happening, if we keep losing focus, then we need to either rethink our reading spot or rethink our book choice. It could be either thing that's causing us to not stay engaged. It could be that the book is either too challenging or we're just not in the mood to read that kind of book. But it could also be our reading environment. It might be too noisy, the chair might not be comfortable, so you can rethink both of those things. Let me show you how I would use this strategy in my house. So I pulled two books off my bookshelf. This one is a nonfiction book. It's about Winston Churchill. Let me just show you what the font inside looks. It's teeny tiny font, and it's a pretty big nonfiction book. And then this book is just kind of like a mystery book that I've been reading. So let me show you what it would look like for me to use this strategy. I'm going to start with this book. Okay, first I'm noticing that I'm not really paying attention. My eyes are starting to wander outside. My brain's starting to think about maybe what I want to eat for lunch today. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is go back and reread. Okay, it's still not really holding my focus and my attention. So now I need to rethink. First, I'm going to rethink my reading spot. This isn't really my favorite reading spot because this chair is not really the comfiest. I might have better luck if I moved to the couch. But I also think part of the problem for me right now is that I'm just not that interested in reading this nonfiction book right now. It's a lot of words and a lot of dates, and it's just not holding my focus. So I might switch to a book that I think is just a little bit easier for me to read, and I'm having a little bit more fun reading to kind of get my mind back into the book. So that's how I would use this strategy. Today, I'd like you to practice using this strategy. So if you need to pause the video to grab a book, go ahead and do that. You can use any book at all to practice. It doesn't have to be the book you're going to be reading independently. So go ahead and grab a book to practice and then come back. Okay, do you have your book? All right, I'm gonna have you start to read, and then I'm gonna make some noise in the video to try and distract you. When you notice yourself getting distracted, back up to the place where you started to kind of lose focus and try rereading to get yourself back on track. We're just gonna practice these first two steps for now. All right, go ahead and start reading. Great. Did you notice when you started to lose focus and go back and reread? If you did, thumbs up to you. If rereading didn't really help you, that might be a sign that you need to rethink where you're reading or what you're reading. This is the strategy that I want you to practice today and also every day as you read to make sure that you are keeping your eyes and mind in the book. All right, happy reading. Remember to notice when you start to lose focus. Go back and reread from the place you've lost focus. And if that doesn't work, rethink your book choice or your reading spot choice. Have so much fun reading today. I can't wait to see your Stop and Chat.